That's our first satellite. You can see it right here. It was deployed from the International Space Station. I see this every day coming into work, so I've gotten a little too used to it. It's easy to forget just how cool it is what we're doing.
Quantum technology may sound like it's light years away from being commercialized, but it's not. Singapore's growing quantum scene means there are opportunities for everyone, not just for those with a physics background.
I also thought that if you're working in quantum tech, you have a PhD and you're a quantum physicist. Only after joining Spectral that I realized that there's demand for people in supporting disciplines.
Meet Yash. He's a systems engineer from Spectral, a startup that's enabling ultra-secure communications through quantum technology that's operating onboard satellites.
When I was a kid, I was always curious about and fascinated by outer space. That's why I decided to do a bachelor's and master's degree in aerospace engineering. As I went into my master's degree, I specialized in systems engineering. Okay, so this is sort of the full flow of the simulations that I'm working on.
The project Yash is working on, Spectre, can be simplified to a fundamental concept in quantum communications.
Alice is on the satellite, Bob is on the ground station. Alice and Bob need to talk to each other securely and generate a shared encryption key. But there might also be a malicious eavesdropper called Eve who's listening in. Alice and Bob need to make sure that they detect when Eve is listening in. So Alice uses her quantum source on the satellite to send down packets of light or photons to Bob. And because of the laws of quantum physics, if Eve tries to intercept or listen in on these photons, it changes their state. So Bob can detect this change. And then they can both throw out whatever's been observed, and whatever they're left with, they know that it's secure. So that becomes the basis for the secure key. I have to know about all the different subsystems in our products, like the optics, electronics, software, and how they influence the overall system behavior. Then what I do is I take that and I translate it into code so that we can know our system's expected performance.
Pause! I know what you're thinking. Yash sounds like a quantum expert. But he didn't start off that way.
Before I joined Spectral, I didn't know anything about Singapore's quantum ecosystem, but I especially didn't know that there was an intersection between space and quantum.
It was after he attended a talk by SGInnovate's Summation team that he realized there was a growing quantum scene in Singapore, and that he could do an apprenticeship in the sector through the program.
It was good to have the internship as an opportunity to dip my toes and figure out if this is something I really want to do. Hey Shri. Hey. So right now we are in our labs where we're building the real systems that are going to go up on the satellite and on the ground station. I spend a lot of my time doing simulations, writing code, but I need to make sure that that's actually matching up with reality. That's why I come in here to sync up with our technical teams. What I enjoy a lot about what I'm doing here is the collaborative aspect of it, and it's also super exciting to be involved in bringing our models out of the lab and literally up into orbit, taking them into outer space. If you're an undergrad and you're not sure if quantum is for you, I'd say give it a chance. Quantum isn't just for quantum physicists. There's actually many disciplines involved depending on where you are. If you have a background in software, in electronics, in optics, mechanics, you could still be working in the quantum industry.